My crush changed every year. Like Madam Nargis, Dr Asad, and Sir Arjalal. They were saintly teachers. When they spoke like saints. You will be rejected at 99 places before being accepted at one place. वो है ना अगली चवनी पाउलो कोएल्हो जी जेका एक जो चीज़ आप शिद्दत से चाहो
वो मिल ही जाती है।
वो तो दुनिया साल से करती है कि वो आपको ना मिले हमारे माशरे में। I was over the moon. I'm living my dream. Not the next day, but after a few days, and I came to know that it's the final. I am the Vice Chancellor. And Al-Qasim Habibullah. खुदा जो है वो कसब करने वाले को या जो हार्ड वर्क करने वाले को पसंद करता है, regardless of reason.
Hello everybody, welcome to IELL Talks. Today we have with us a very wonderful guest who has served as Director, Professor, Lecturer and Vice Chancellor, Dean of Faculty. At many positions he has served. He is not only a teacher, a mentor and inspiration for many students and teachers. Sir Dr. Rafiq. Let's talk to Sir Rafiq. Hello sir, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm great. So sir, we would like to know, can you share with us your journey from being a lecturer to Vice Chancellor?
Yeah, it has been an incredible journey from being a student and lecturer, then professor, then director, and then dean, and then vice chancellor. So I have risen through these ranks, and which I call incredible. And of course, there are so many things to pass through. A lot of insecurities, a lot of struggles, a lot of interactions with the people. So my journey at the IELL has remained transformative. The people that I came across, especially the teachers, who transformed me, and then I became lecturer. When I became lecturer, I met so many wonderful students and colleagues. They also had transformative impact on me. And then, when you become a lecturer, then you desire to become assistant professor, and then you desire to become associate professor, then you want to be a professor, and then you become a professor, then you want to again rise to the position of director. Being at the IELL, director is the highest position that you can go to. And I achieved that, and I have remained director for 2 tenures, means 6 years. And then, after director, everything loses importance when you achieve it. So when you become director for 2 tenures, then you aspire for something bigger. So I aspired to become a dean. And I became dean, but that wasn't a long time. It was just for a few months. After dean, I became pro-vice chancellor. Pro-vice chancellor of Sindh University, Thatta campus, where I served for almost 5 years. And when I was there, I left this department basically in 2019. And I went to Thatta campus as a pro-vice chancellor. While I served there, then the position of pro-vice chancellor lost importance for me, and I wanted to go higher. Human nature. Yeah. When you achieve something, it loses importance. So then I wanted to become vice chancellor. I tried 2-3 times, and it was my first time when I made it. I was selected as a vice chancellor for the University of Mirpurkhas.
What was that feeling when you came to know that you are selected as a vice chancellor?
I was over the moon, actually. I'm living my dream, because it's the dream come true. When you desire something and you get it, it's very rare.
Yeah.
And I jumped with the joy. And, when I came to know that I have been shortlisted at number 1, I read this in the newspaper the next day of my interview, that so many people applied and I became at number 1. So I was celebrating with my family, but still there was one process left. After being number 1, the 3 names go to the CM, the Chief Minister of Sindh, and he has to select 1 out of those 3. Now again there was uncertainty, because it was his prerogative कि उन तीनों में से किसी को भी चूज कर सकते हैं. तो it was again kind of uncertainty period that lasted for like 6 to 7 months, and eventually the CM sub invited all those 3 candidates for interview again because he had to make a decision. So when I appeared for the interview, all 3 of us appeared for the interview with the CM sir, and next day, not the next day but after a few days, and I came to know that it's the final, I am the Vice Chancellor. And then I received notification, and after receiving notification, another moment of joy.
To whom you shared this news very firstly?
With my family, with my wife, my kids, and then my friends. All my friends who are in close contact with me, and my colleagues at IELL, and my colleagues at University of Jamshedpur.
What inspired you to pursue a career at IELL?
Actually, at the time when I had joined the IELL, students nowadays, they are very kind of lucky enough that they know what is career counseling, and they know what is the good job, and they can take help from ChatGPT, from AI, from Google and all that. At that time there weren't anything like that. So I entered, that time was English department, and I didn't know that MA English with India hai या BA English with India hai. I didn't know that. मुझे सिर्फ यह खबर हुई तो मानो या डॉक्टर थी लो आए जो है थी.
So that was not your first choice.
That wasn't my choice at all whatsoever. That wasn't my choice. I just entered English department with very shaky, legs and uncertainties, trying to find my feet and trying to establish what was going on in the classes, and everything was going above my head. And then I realized, as I said earlier, that the motivation kicked in, and I realized people from other underprivileged areas, they were studying and they were making strides. So I thought I am like them. I have 2 eyes, 2 ears, to have ears. Like if I want, I can do it. So then I started, and I achieved it.
So your motivation was, if I want, I can do it.
Yes. If you are वो है ना ग्लिचरनी पाउलो कोएल्हो जी, तो जेका जो चीज़ आप शिद्दत से चाहो
वो मिल ही जाती है.
वो तो दुनिया साजिशें करती है कि वो आपको ना मिले हमारे माशरे में.
Yes.
वो कहता है वो दुनिया साजिश करती है उसको मिलाने में. But I don't believe that. हमारा जो माशरा है, आप जो शिद्दत से चाहो, believe in yourself.
But there is a competition. You cannot deny that.
Yeah, competition. I tell you, work and worship never go underwork. So if you work hard, Al-Qasib Habibullah, खुदा जो है वो कसब करने वाले को या जो हार्ड वर्क करने वाले को पसंद करता है. Regardless of religion, आप कोई भी है, आप अपना काम करें, सिंसियरिटी से करें और पॉजिटिविटी के साथ करें, पॉजिटिव रहे सबके साथ, then you are going to achieve it. You should see failures come.
Yeah.
Failures shape me, I tell you honestly. Failures, you will be rejected at 99 places before being accepted at one place.
True.
So failures should not let you down. Keep struggling and keep working hard. And then believing in God. God is the best decider about your destiny.
Okay, so who was your teacher when you were a student? Who was the teacher who inspired you?
There were a couple of teachers like Madam Nargis, Dr Asad, and Sir Arjalal. They were saintly teachers. When they spoke like saints. And students were mesmerized with their lectures. And they make you sit quiet with a pin drop silence. And their lectures were so captivating that you didn't want to take your eyes off the teacher. So you were compelled to listen to them. At that time, the ground realities were different because classes were not as big as they are today. The large classes are there, but in our times, classes were very small, like we were 18 in our class. So it was easy to listen to the lectures and ask questions. So these three teachers shaped me who I am today.
Okay, so how was Dr. Rafiq when he was a student?
I was very introvert, very shy, backbencher. Initially, for 2.5 years maybe, I used to sit quiet, but I was keen observer. I was observer and absorber. I could remember all the lecture in my head delivered by the teacher. So I used to sit quiet and make notes, and I didn't have interpersonal skills. I didn't know how to make friends. So as a student, I was shy, and I was kind of not good student. But these teachers made me good students when they saw my copies and appreciated me. Then everybody started talking to me instead of me talking to them. So they came over to me, how did you get these marks and all that. So then, my career shapes.
One piece of advice that you would like to give students.
I would like to advise students to be positive, to be focused, to be kind, and believe in yourself. If you have a strong belief in yourself, I tell you, there's a good student does not need a good university, does not need a good teaching. Good student creates internal drive. Internal drive pushes you to go from here to there, to library, to different books, to find out things for yourself. So good student really is self-motivated. So believe in yourself. The self-belief is very important. And if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't respect yourself, nobody will do. So nobody will believe you if you don't believe in yourself.
You were the first who went to abroad for PhD.
Yeah.
What was your best memory?
My best memory, I went twice actually. First, I got a scholarship from the British Council for doing masters. And the best memory was that I traveled to Europe by road. That was the best memory. I could see the landscape around. I can see the countryside, which I still remember. If I get opportunity, I'll go again. And studying there and getting degree, because from when you do masters from here, it's altogether different. But when you are there, you have open book exam. You don't have to sit in the traditional classroom and take exam. Open book exam. You are given a topic and you need to find out the answers. Not you have to reproduce from books, but you take the ideas and shake the ideas. Make more ideas from that idea and tell the reader how you apply these ideas in your context. Okay? And then your application makes sense. Then you are awarded marks. So studying there and giving you new vistas of knowledge and new modes of assessments, and everything was a memory actually. The first time when I went, it was like I was on holidays because I was doing exam. That was easy to take exam and then think of your context, and if I take the idea of David, how will you apply this in my context? So you need to show application of those ideas.
Okay. So what is the most challenging thing being a Vice Chancellor of new university?
New university has so many challenges at the moment because university does not have its own buildings, its own land. So I'm struggling. That is biggest challenge, to acquire buildings and acquire land in order to build our own premises and acquire an extra building so that I can accommodate my students and give them conducive environment. So at the moment, the biggest challenges are infrastructure, nothing else.
Okay, so what is the funniest memory of your student career or student life?
Funniest memory, if my memory serves me right, I used to, once I entered in the classroom, a teacher was doing group work and he was sitting within the students. No? So I entered, I realized there was no teacher. And then I entered and asked the teacher without saying sir or madam. I said, "Kaun aaya hai tha?" So he stood up and then that was, a bit funny and everyone laughed.
What's your favorite book and movie?
My favorite book nowadays I'm reading is Homo Sapiens, and the one is 21 Lessons for 21st Century by Yuval Harari. He's an Israeli writer. It's a wonderful writer. So I'm reading these two books. I have finished one and I'm on the second one. And the movies, I am fond of movies. I watch a lot of movies. My favorite movie is I don't have a single favorite movie, but if you asked from Hollywood, then my favorite movie is Legends of the Fall. I don't know how many of you have watched it. If you haven't, you must watch it. Legends of the Fall. Wonderful movie. Another is Rob Roy, and that is also very good movie. And if you go to Bollywood, then Bollywood, I have my favorite movie, Veer Zara.
Veer Zara.
Wonderful movie. But
Now, if you have mentioned Veer Zara, let's ask you, who was your crush?
oh,
Did you have crush on somebody when you were a student?
my crush changed every year. So I have to be diplomatic on this.
So you had crushes.
Of course, I am a human being.
As a leader, what qualities you apply on yourself and suggest to others?
Well, I try to be collaborative. I try to be, consultative and all. I take everybody on board as a leader. So in order to give them sense of ownership, because I don't want to have a solo flight. I don't want people to live in silos, in groups. I want them to be together, work things out in consultation, in collaboration. And this is what, wins you. When you involve people, they think they are being given ownership. You are given this task by the administration, so you will feel that this institute is yours.
Yeah.
So you will feel kind of ownership, sense of ownership. So leadership style is involve everyone, consult everyone, collaborate with everyone, and then see what outcome is. So this is how it works.
Thank you, Dr. Rafiq. It was such a wonderful conversation with you. We learned a lot. We listened to your success stories. I would say thank you.
Thank you very much, and thanks for having me, Bisma.
Thank you, Ji.
Okay, thank you. Pleasure meeting you all. Thank you very much.